Former Oklahoma quarterback Chandler Morris complicates things for Lincoln Riley and the Oklahoma Sooners. Welcome to the Eyes on Texas channel. In fact, Chandler Morris, the former Oklahoma quarterback, has already left the campus in Norman and is in Fort Worth on the TCU campus competing with incumbent starting quarterback Max Duggan. But the fact that Lincoln Riley and the University of Oklahoma is blocking the immediate interconference transfer of Chandler Morris is absolutely no surprise to me and others, as in 2019 they tried to do the same thing with former Oklahoma quarterback Austin Kendall, who was eventually granted access to transfer to the University of West Virginia after much scrutiny and much pressure under the media. With that being said, who is Chandler Morris? He's going to be the former three-star quarterback coming from Highland Park. The former dual-threat quarterback is ranked 448 coming out of high school nationally. And his father is Chad Morris, the former Arkansas head coach and just more formally known as the University of Auburn's offensive coordinator and quarterback's coach. But just to state, the one transfer rule of eligibility this past season, this one COVID year transfer of eligibility rule was on December 16th. The Division I Council granted a blanket waiver allowing all transfer student athletes to compete immediately this season. And yet Lincoln Riley and the University of Oklahoma want to hold out Chandler Morris and not let him compete for the starting quarterback this year against Max Duggan and against the rival, the University of TCU Horned Frogs. In fact, he was recently quoted in an article stating, "I think it was a good idea to change the rule, the transfer rule. I think it was a good idea to change the rule, and now players could have the ability and freedom as they should to be able to go to any school they want. But I do think the interconference transfers can complicate things." I'm sorry, Riley. I'm sorry, Mr. Lincoln Riley. Chandler Morris and his aspirations of playing Division I quarterback football complicates things for your visions in Norman. I'm sorry that his efforts, his lifelong dream of playing college football, complicates things for you. The University of Oklahoma, led by Lincoln Riley as its head coach, is known for taking transfer quarterbacks and having Heisman success with them. Former Texas Tech quarterback Baker Mayfield transferred and sat out the 2014 season. Kyler Murray transferred from Texas A&M University and sat out the 2016 season. And Jalen Hurts in 2019 was an immediate grad transfer. Lincoln Riley has been the head coach since 2017, and in fact, all of his starting quarterbacks have been grad transfers, except for his current quarterback, Spencer Rattler. OU took 5 immediate transfers this past season, 5 immediate transfers this season who will not sit out. 3 of them are going to be major prospects. They are going to be from Eric Gray from the University of Tennessee, a 4-star recruit, and is most definitely going to get some playing time for them. And the 5-star Wanna Brown coming from the University of Tennessee, as McDonald's U lost many players this year. So the fact that you take lots of players in the class and for immediate transfers and will not accept one to transfer out to yourself, be an interconference or not, is something that I personally have a problem with. And to continue on with the transfers, and again in 2020, the University of Oklahoma took in 5 more transfers. So the fact that this complicates things for you, Lincoln, and the University of Oklahoma, I am very much sorry and apologize for you with that. But in today's society, in today's football culture, and the student athletes that we have today, they love fluidity and they love to have the power to have that fluidity. I believe that this will hurt the University of Oklahoma as a negative recruiting, as I believe that all players want to have the ability and the power to be fluid with their commitments and thus go elsewhere if things aren't working out for them. And the rule does thus state that they don't have to wait a year, that the COVID year, they have immediate transfer accessibility to whatever college they want to, that they should be granted that. But also talking about in today's society, in today's college football, I'm just going to relate to you with talk about Jatavion Sanders of the University of Texas. He's going to be a player who wants to play on the offensive side of the ball. He's going to be a dual threat athlete as he plays on defensive end on the defensive side of the ball and as a split out tight end on the offensive side of the ball. University of Texas recruited him as an athlete and gave him the choice to play offense and defense, but absolutely guaranteeing that they will give him some run at offense. If the University of Texas thus gets him on campus and does not gain him the ability to play offense and defense, he should have the ability to transfer out. It's not quite the same 100% comparison, but it is a tangible comparison in my eyes. What do you think should happen in this case? What do you think eventually will be the result? To me, personally, I think that Lincoln Riley and the University of Oklahoma will, in fact, fold under the pressure just like they did in 2019 with the West Virginia and Austin Kendall case. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think Chandler Morris should sit out a year? Or do you think that he should be granted immediate transfer, just like everybody else, inter-conference or not? But with that being said, you know me, holla at you, boy. If you do, in fact, like this content, and if you do like channels just like this, please subscribe to this one, as I am AK from the Eyes on Texas channel. And I always end my videos by saying, keep your head in the swivel and your eyes on Texas. Hook 'em up.